welcome back. 5-Hour Show, Raymond here. Let's get started. So, you guys all know that I've been working with my Airraids, and today is one of the days that we're going to be working on these. So we are going to modify them, but I have a different approach for the modification. We can now cut plastic. Of course, with the drag strip, it wasn't as perfect, but it was the first time cutting Transformers plastic with that soldering iron. So I think I kind of know what to expect. But anyway, what we're going to do is two things. We're going to, hopefully as quick as possible, and that will be to take out these parts, which is not easy for some reason. There we go. You gotta crack them out. No, I'm just kidding. Just very carefully snap them out of place, and then don't lose those at all. That's why I keep everything in baggies. And same here, we gotta use these. So today we're just doing a simple take the part out, and then I'm gonna give it a go ahead. But so you take the part out, and then we're going to remove. So these don't have stickers, these are fine. This one, the head is just the paint, but I thought, you know what, that the brake fluid process for the paint face takes forever. So today instead what we're gonna do is we're going to I believe it's just these, the arms and this. So these parts are okay. Just this. So we're going to take the stickers off, and that's what we're going to do, and we're going to do it as quickly as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. 5 seconds. That was quick enough. And you just, I rub it in for a bit. Maybe it'll get under the sticker. Thank you, stickers. You did your job. Now it's time for someone else to come in and take over. So all right, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished washing our pieces, so they're, you know, slightly wet, and I'm not going to bother drying them because they're going to go straight into the oxidol that we used for our Gotcha Man Ken. Remember that, guys? That turned out wonderful. The only problem is I hope that the oxidol doesn't rise too much. So without further ado, let's finish up this project, put these in there. And they're not too many, so there we go. And then for this, I'm just going to remove the parts here. They're going to be interchangeable anyway, so it doesn't matter. And there we go. So yes, they all fit in there perfectly. Just a little crowded in there, to be honest with you, but there we go. And then we just close it, shake it, and then we're going to leave it out in the sun. And then we'll be back to it in about 2 to... Okay, you know what? For this one, the Ken, yeah, it was done in a day. But I left it out for 3. So this one, I'll leave it out to about 3 days. But as powerful as the sun is right now, it could be as soon as the day after tomorrow. So, once again, it's on its way out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so while our parts are outside baking in the hot sun, we're going to do one more thing. I forgot I had this other extra set. This is from the first sample, the one we had used to create our experimental combiner Starscream. And so what happened was I separated it and I put it away, and I forgot it was there. So we have to do this. Anyway, so that's done, but there is still a small problem, and I'd forgotten about that. And these are going to be washed, but this one is still a problem. This one still has its wheels on, and I forgot about that. The sample, yeah, I had made a mistake with the sample, so it's, you know, oh well, so be it. But let's correct it. And it's not too late. It's only been a few hours, but we can put this in with the jar of whitening, and it should be good to go. So we got to put these with that. After I wash them, then I'm going to put them in that jar. But first things first, we got to do this. Okay, here's this tool, and I believe that's how I'd done it before. So I think it was, I forgot where it was, but it was one of those holes. There's so many different sized holes. Let me bring you guys out so you can see. And I don't know if it did anything, so we'll try it again. You may not see much, but let's try the other one. Well, they both got to come out, but that's the thing, it's just a tad bit awkward. Yes, this one came out. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And there you go. All right, there's one. Hoo-wee. Look at that. Okay, there's one. And now, hopefully, we take out the second one. I'll bring you guys in closer. See if I could just put this in. I forgot if I was able to go all the way through. Yes, okay. And there we go. But I don't want to crack it. The thing that scares me is cracking it. Yes, and it's not cracked. Okay, and there we go. There's our wheel, and there is our little bolt. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Airraid's feet, Airraid's wheels, and Airraid's bolts to hold the wheels. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So remember, we just pulled out his Airraid's rear wheels, and we went and washed them, and we didn't really dry them because it doesn't matter. We're going to wash them again before we paint them. Now, these are the actual parts that we used for our test. So these parts here are actually very, very important, because these determine where the hole will go for the wing transformation. So I shouldn't really mix them in, but at the same time, they're all Airraids, and I'm sure all the parts come from the same mold. So I don't think it matters. And as you can see, they're cooking, but they're not quite there yet. So just put all our parts in there, and two with the holes, and shove this in there, and shove that in there, and once again, we will see them in about 3 days. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, oh well, we'll have to think of something else. So let's shake it for good measure, and it's nice and warm. We'll put it back out, and hopefully all that yellow will be gone. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, after 1 week of whitening. So I think they're not 100%, but they're very close. Let's pop it open and see what we got. You can tell that the yellowing, the sun yellowing is literally gone. And I know it's kind of hard to see white on white, so you know what I'll do is I will put them. Huh? What do you guys think? See, look at that white. It is really nice. Look at that. And as for the leg clips, I guess you could just put one on each side, make sets. But yeah, they were not so bad. But the side part of this was, and again, it's not so bad now. So even after we paint them. And this is the one that had holes, so this is a special set here, because we're gonna have to we're gonna have to make holes on all of these. The fist here, you can see that they're in really good condition. So it's all white, and that's why I like this process, because. And especially when you whiten something for as long as 1 week like this, with the barricade, I don't understand, because I did leave the barricade out for most likely about the better part of a month, and the yellowing came back. So I may have done something wrong, and that's the only thing I can think of, you know. So yeah, this is wonderful. This is great. Our parts are really nice and shiny. They're brand new looking. It's kind of like they're factory parts ready to be built again. And this is the kind of stuff I like. So when my Seeker jets are built, or completely just, oh, I can't wait, guys. I really cannot wait. Look at that. That's just going to look prime. Oh my goodness. Oh, I guess it's supposed to go here. Yeah, my mistake, guys. Yeah, that's gonna look just really nice. But okay, there we go. Yeah, that's just. The whitening is just gorgeous. Look at that. So anyway, that does it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. The whitening of these parts so that we can make our Seeker jets out of Airraids. Once we repaint them, they're going to look excellent. I really hope these come out as nice as possible. I want the best looking custom Seeker jets, you know, imaginable. But anyway, once again, that does it with today's episode. With that, once again, thank you for watching. God bless you in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I will gladly see you guys on the next episode of the 5 Hour Show. Take care of yourselves.